I just wanted to do this video. You know, when you get to be 80 years old, your face has a lot of history. It tells a little bit where you've been and what you've been through. So we had the story of Donald Trump being interviewed, so to speak. Donald just did all the talking with Elon Musk on X, and he was lisping and slurring and so forth. So it was kind of questionable because he can talk when he's doing his practice speeches, but he was sounding as if he had a problem when he did the interview with Musk. So question was, what was going on there? Why was he so different from what we see when he's out on the campaign trail? So I wanted to look at a couple of things because I said at one time, he looked like he might have had a small stroke. And so I wanted to get a better look at his mouth. Now, a stroke is going to be there regardless, but sometimes if you put extra emphasis on your facial muscles, maybe you wouldn't see or notice the evidence of a small stroke. And here, if you look at Donald Trump's mouth, you can see on the right side of his mouth, it tends to go down a bit. And that side of his face is totally flaccid. And so it does look as if Trump might have had a small stroke. And maybe that's what we were hearing during the Musk interview, when he probably was speaking in a more relaxed tone, more relaxed manner, and wasn't really emphasizing his words as much. So that might have been the slurring that we heard. It was coming through in that interview. His followers are, of course, in denial, but there was definitely a speech impediment with Trump during that interview. And one other podcaster noted that Trump's eyebrow comes down over his eye, and that at times it even covers part of his eye, so that he's looking through his eyebrow hairs. So I'm going to talk about that. Now you look up here at the top, it shows Trump has had surgery above both eyes, and so part of his eyebrow may have had to be removed, and growing extra long hairs might be a way he compensates for loss of eyebrow line because of the surgery. Also, you'll notice that he has very, very puffy eyes. Those under eye bags are huge. He normally covers them with white makeup to so you don't see the discoloration underneath. And that might be a sign of either a heart problem and or a kidney problem. So he probably has major health problems, which he is in denial of, and that's okay. That's what he's denying. But I think people need to know, because if you vote for Trump, you are actually voting for President Vance. Trump will probably not live for 4 years. And then if you look at his glabellar lines, they are very, very deep. Now, they're not as noticeable in this picture, but I will show you another picture. Let's see if I can move on. I think that's the same picture. Okay, this is another picture of Trump. And in this picture, I'm basically looking at his mouth corner. See, when he forms words, he can pick up that right side of his mouth. But when he's relaxed, it tends to droop. And then you see his face on the right side is totally smooth. It is as if there is no muscle buildup on that side of his face at all. It's totally flaccid. And this is another picture of Trump. And then you see look at that left eye and the bulge, the swelling around that eye. I'm going to show you above his eyebrows where he had the surgery. You can see it's old surgery. It's been there for quite a while. It's smoothed over. And there is that eyebrow hair that goes down over his eye to compensate for whatever was removed by surgery. And those two lines, the glabellar lines, which are huge. So there has been surgery there, but that eye is telling you there is something wrong, possibly heart, possibly kidney, and you can see it's dark even with the white makeup over the swelling. The remainder of Trump's skin is pitted, unlike his right cheek, which is totally smooth. So, going to another one. This is more of the same. You can see both eyes have the swelling. But that left one is really, really big. And then those two scars at the glabellar area. This is more of the same, more of a close-up. The eyebrow deformity. Pitty skin. He has lots of pits. And then the left eye, which is really swollen underneath. And here he is with let's see, his eyes are closed. He's talking, so his right side of his mouth is not as droopy because he is forming words, and there's that skin on the side. And the ear, you can even see part of the ear. See that white area on the ear, crusted, scabby. And I was trying to see whether or not he had any hearing aid device in there, but I can't really tell from this picture. So Here he is pressing his lips together, which helps to bring up the side of his mouth. But even there you can see a bit of a droop on the right side. Got that big crease, flat cheeks. And then I'm trying to get a look at that ear. Normally he doesn't show this side of his face that much. Most of the times his left side of his face is what he likes to show to the camera. So we don't often get to see him with this side of his face. And there's that little bit of a droop you can see, but he's not full front face, so you can't really compare as you would like to, but that little bit of a droop shows that he might have some signs of a mini stroke going on. So if you're voting for Trump, you're probably voting for President Vance, because I don't think Trump is going to last 4 years. And I'm just showing this smooth skin, very flat on the right cheek, the droop on the right mouth, which is probably what caused the slurring that we heard when he was talking with Elon Musk on X the other night. The eyebrow that comes down to his eye. And here when he's talking, he can use pressure in his lips to pull up that side, that huge crease from his nose to his mouth. Again, I'm trying to show the ear, crusty, and the puffy eyes, which show he has some sort of health problem, which may be related to his heart and or kidneys. And there's the surgical lines above his eyebrows, the eyebrow hair, the bumpy nose, a lot of pitting. So I'm going out on a limb. I think Trump has had a stroke. I think Trump has had a stroke. And he has health problems. But he doesn't want to talk about them. He does have available a CT scan that was done after the shooting incident, but he has not released details of his CT scan. He is hiding his CT scan results. What happened to his brain? We would like to know as voters. His face has a lot of wear and tear. So, what do you think? Like and subscribe. Bye.